It appears that Jennifer Hudson and rapper Common are still together, and she is so devoted to him that she is determined to marry him. However, the fans are not so sure that this is a good idea because both Jennifer and Common have a lot of red flags that will eventually cause chaos in their relationship and cause it to end in disaster. So why is Jennifer so determined to be with Common at all costs, and has Common been really pressuring her into staying with him? Okay, so they have been dating for a few months, and it appears that everything is going well with their relationship. Some even believe that Jennifer is planning for the future because she is prepared and willing to marry Common if he chooses to pop the question. People will be a little dubious about it because, well, Jennifer doesn't exactly have the best record when it comes to relationships. Now, I'm not trying to be shady toward her or anything, but come on, her last relationship was a mess, and even though she and David Otunga seem to be doing well together right now, people don't exactly have a lot of faith in the relationship. Speaking of her previous relationship, it began very similarly to her current one with Common. David Otunga didn't actually meet on the reality TV show I Love New York too well, but his appearance on the show allowed him to meet a lot of people in Hollywood, and because he believed they would be a wonderful match, one of his new friends chose to introduce him to Jennifer. The friend was correct, as the two hit it off right away. They began dating in 2007, but things moved quickly, and less than a year later, on her 27th birthday in September 2008, he proposed to her. Unfortunately, a few weeks after Jennifer became engaged, her mother, brother, and nephew were killed. She had to rely on David for support, and fortunately, he was more than happy to provide it. He was a very considerate partner who would even arrange trips for them to take her mind off the terrible circumstances. Later that year, Jennifer became pregnant, and in 2009, she gave birth to their son David Jr. By 2010. They had been engaged for over 2 years, and people were wondering when they would tie the knot. Insiders said that they had originally planning to tie the knot in 2010. They chose to postpone it even further, and by 2012, the rumors had gotten so bad that David had to publicly state that they had already selected a wedding date, but were keeping it secret. We feel like we can finally breathe a sigh of relief that everything is good now, but by 2014, there was still no word about their wedding, and it was kind of clear that things had gone downhill between them. Jennifer even claimed that she had chosen a dress that was going to be a showstopper. They both said that the reason they postponed the wedding so much was because they were waiting for justice for the murder of Jennifer's mother, brother, and nephew. Although it was fairly obvious that there was a problem with the relationship at this point, David was absent from some significant events in Jennifer's life and career. They continued to deny it and maintained the facade until 2017, when they were unable to continue to pretend any longer. They announced their breakup in 2017, and it wasn't long prior to the messy separation. The story became more complicated when David revealed to TMZ that the reason for the breakup was that Jennifer had cheated on him with music producer Molly Music. Jennifer had filed an order of protection against David and was granted full custody of their son. She claimed that he had once pushed her while she was holding their child and that he had been physically and emotionally violent toward her. After accusing David of leaking information about her to the media in order to damage her reputation, Jennifer filed for a gag order against him, which the courts granted. They had a very messy breakup during which they both dragged each other to court before coming to an agreement regarding custody, child support, a gag order, and other issues. The relationship began so well, but it quickly became toxic, and the breakup was equally toxic. Before the comment, the relationship was messy, girl. I wasn't kidding, but she moved on from that relationship and took her time to heal before dating again. It took her around 5 years to decide that Common was the right man for her to try her luck with, but the problem is that people aren't entirely sure about this either because Common has had his share of red flags. People are worried that the relationship will end just as badly as her previous one did, and he even flew all the way to London to support Jennifer for her musical. Is he being a faithful boyfriend, or is he just making an extra effort to love bomb her? If you are familiar with Common's past relationships, you are aware that he frequently acts in this manner toward his women. He informed Angela Rye that he was prepared to get married and that he had sought therapy to address his commitment issues.
And you write a lot about You want to be a husband one day. You have a rather famous relationship coach.
Oh yeah, yes, Michelle Obama. She has definitely helped talk me through just certain moments of relationships. We had conversations, and she has given me a lot of wisdom. But one great thing that she told me as I was going through this journey was that you have to understand you're not going to get anybody that's perfect because you're not perfect. So understand that there's some certain things that you will compromise in choosing that partner. But as long as the core values, the values that are most important to you, that person, marks off on that list, then you good.
She gave you some good advice there.
That's good wisdom.
That's some really good wisdom there.
However, as soon as she began to believe his words and discuss marriage, he dipped faster than a father who went to get milk. He then went on to say that Tiffany had promised her the world, that she was the one for him, and that he was prepared to set him down. According to Tiffany, her relationship with Common was the best she had ever had, but as soon as she began to say that she wanted him to pop the question, he changed his mind. Tiffany then revealed that she wanted him to pop the question with a piece of real estate, and this is what Comet had to say about that.
It was good for me and the lady. Right now all I want is happiness, good times, peace on
Comet
earth.
has a history of love bombing and promising his girlfriends everything, but as soon as they start to believe him and become attached, he betrays them. For example, he once appeared on The Breakfast Club and said this.
The pattern I found myself in, and what was called love addiction, my therapist broke it down, was like that feeling of being like, oh, I'm in love, and this that honeymoon period that people call it. I was addicted to that feeling.
Indeed, he acknowledged that when his relationship's first fireworks subsided, he would just sink. Comet also claimed that he is addicted to love rather than sex, and that he was typically only interested in the pursuit and early phases of a relationship. As a result, he is able to manipulate women into falling in love with him, which is why Jennifer is so enamored with him. While we wish her the best, fans are likely to feel a certain way about this relationship and leave comments like Jennifer is going to soon find out that Comet belongs to the community, or he's for the people. Comet is one of those guys who will jump through hoops to get you, and then love bomb you into falling in love. Then the moment you do, he'll lose interest because ultimately it's a game, and once he's on to the next challenge. I'm correct. Although it doesn't seem like the streets are here for this relationship. I'm curious about your thoughts on it. Do you think Jennifer is going to let Common break her heart, or will she be the one to finally tie him down? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. If you enjoy this video, you'll love the next one. Honey Foreign.